You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Most writers and radio show hosts know that to connect with your fans, you need to do more than just write books or record the latest podcasts. There are many different elements that go into forming an online platform, but there are also many hidden traps. To make matters worse, solid advice on how to survive the muddy waters is scarce. In the book Hidden Traps, I talk about some of the important issues of working with an online platform, highlighting traps that could put your physical or internet security at risk or be harmful to your reputation. Are your social media posts just links with a few disjointed words, making you look like someone who can't complete a sentence? Did your new website cost you more than you anticipated? Are you leaking your personal contact details across the web without even knowing it? Then you need Hidden Traps. Hidden Traps is now available in paperback and ebook from a variety of retailers, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. Visit blackwolfpublications.com for more details.
Do you need a car? Been shopping only to be turned down because of bad credit, low credit, no credit, bankruptcy, or divorce? Guess what? Today's your lucky day, because now you can buy a car, truck, or SUV, just about any vehicle. It's true. Bad credit doesn't matter. No credit doesn't matter. Bankruptcy or divorce, it just doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, your job is your ticket to your new vehicle. We're Auto Credit Express, and we've helped thousands of people just like you. Antonio H. told us, great company, got me connected, and the day I went in, I drove off in the car I wanted. 100% worth your time. Need a car? Get started now and drive off as early as today. Just text FINANCE, FINANCE, to 357-911 right now to get started. That's FINANCE, FINANCE, to 357-911. Auto financing the easy way. Text FINANCE to 357-911.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
Everyone loves liberty. Our rights come from God, not the government. So why are you letting other people tell you what's best for your health care? Exercise your freedom with Liberty Health Share. Liberty Health Share is a community of people who voluntarily share one another's medical costs. Liberty Health Share is founded on the idea that most people truly want to help one another. Healthcare sharing allows members to do just that as a true community that supports one another in times of need. Liberty believes people should make decisions for themselves and their families. Members are able to take back the freedom to make their own decisions about their health care. Freedom from guilt or doubt about how your money is used. You have the freedom to direct your health care, not to be dictated to by bureaucrats. Stop letting others tell you what to do and join a community of like-minded people. Exercise your freedom. Join Liberty Health Share and take back the control of your health care while helping those around you. Call Liberty at 855-58-LIBERTY. Again, that's 855-58-LIBERTY for more information, or you can check them out at libertyhealthshare.org. Again, that's libertyhealthshare.org.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Sometimes writers feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
Welcome to FOOBAR, One Nation Under Foo. I am your host, the vivacious, the invigorating, the homicidal, the Foo, and we are coming to you live from FOOBAR Studios right here on KLRN Radio. Also sending out a big ol' howdy-do to our friends on Mojo 50 Radio. And with me, as always, is the guy who put the butter in butter churning, your favorite Amish guy and mine, Ordy Packard. Ordy, how are ya?
Oh, hello, Samantha.
Oh, God. Don't do that. Nobody calls me Samantha unless I'm in trouble, dude.
Well, they do on Mojo 50.
Well, I know, but maybe they're worried that if it's Sam, they'll think it's you. I mean, you don't want them thinking you're Foo.
No,
we don't want.
Better dead than red.
Clearly, I'm a chick. Well, I hope you know what? We probably shouldn't do that. We shouldn't assign gender.
Let's not assume genders here.
You shouldn't do that because there's 57 of them or something.
So, yeah. The one thing, Google pushes that shit, and yet the following program contains coarse language and adult themes. Listener discretion is advised. Yeah, so Google pushes that shit, but I guarantee you they don't have 57 different bathrooms at Google.
You never know. Have you been to a Google headquarters?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I've been in a PayPal headquarters. I've been in the eBay headquarters. They could have 57 bathrooms in those places.
Okay.
They're fancy. Y'all in California are fancy. Not quite as fancy as Michael Avenatti.
Oh, man. Yeah, his digs are going to be changing drastically.
Okay. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It happened to a better fella. Tell you what.
Okay, we have to presume innocence.
No, we don't.
Well,
that's the new rule. I don't have to presume innocence about anything. He would probably be telling us if he flip-flopped and this was somehow, God forbid, this is Kavanaugh, he'd be like, put him in jail, woman abuser. I mean, he was all but trying to get his client to lie. So I don't presume innocence about this guy. What I can't figure out, though, is if you've missed it, lucky you don't pay attention to social media or the news. God love you. But basically, Michael Avenatti has been taken into custody by LAPD because he for some kind of domestic violence. Now, some people are saying it's his ex-wife who said, no, she did not do this. So we don't know what woman he allegedly punched in the face, but she does have a puffy face. And apparently there's one story out there that says he was running away or running into a building saying, she hit me first, which, indicates he hit her back. Right. But we don't know exactly what happened. So in all fairness, you're right. We probably should say, assume innocence until he's proven guilty. But, I have a real hard time with that with him.
Well, before we came on the air, I saw a breaking report that LAPD has confirmed that he was arrested and he has been charged with felony domestic battery and is on $50,000 bail.
$50,000 bail. Well,
which, given his recent financial troubles,
that's a lot of dough.
That is a lot of dough.
4.85 million. He was ruled to have to pay to his ex-firm partners, and guys are really a piece of garbage. I guess Alyssa Milano even said she was done with him. So.
Yeah, if you lose Alyssa Milano, you're
really you're done on the left.
I mean, even Keith Ellison didn't lose Alyssa Milano.
That was low. That was really low. But no, the Michael Avenatti thing has been interesting. As you know, I typically unplug on Wednesday, even though I probably shouldn't because I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about. But I came on just in time to see that little tidbit about Michael Avenatti. So, yeah, good times. Good times.
Fun.
Well, there was also the thing right before we came on the air. They sent me or us in that chat. We saw Bette Midler was making fun of Melania Trump for that beautiful. I mean, I'm sorry, maybe futuristic porn stuff isn't your thing, but she does photograph beautifully, and she's wearing that like weird beaded thing in the plane, and she's got like the weird headset on. It's a bizarre photo. It's not my thing, but Bette Midler,
it's European, so I get it.
You know, it's her thing, whatever. She's got a beautiful body. She's a beautiful woman. And Bette Midler said something about how it was Air Force One and how it was difficult to keep it clean, and then called it POTITS. P-O-T-I-T. No, okay, that was kind of funny. But besides
that's witty. But
that was kind of funny. But yeah, that's basically all I've paid attention to today is Michael Avenatti and Bette Midler making fun of the First Lady's boobs.
Well, you missed quite a bit today, and we'll be going over it through the show. But yeah, it's that whole with the thing with Bette Midler, that one that you haven't been attractive since electricity,
Ever.
so stay in your lane. Which that I am in my lane.
Yeah, that doctor thing, that supposedly the doctors posting about all their deaths in the emergency rooms from gunshot victims, and that guy lied, and we'll talk about that too, right? That's in you organized that, right?
I don't think it's in our notes, but we can put
damn it, we have to put it somewhere.
Well, it wasn't. That whole thing had died out because most of the doctors had been discredited by real doctors who went, I've worked in an ER, and at no point have I ever been that bloody.
Or taking photos of myself after dealing with something. I mean, hey, look, I'm going to take a selfie. Like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, so I missed, I guess it sounds like I missed quite a bit, though, huh?
Well, yeah, you did. I mean, with California things and election things and CNN things, I'll drag you through the show.
Oh, good, because I was really busy doing like food stuff.
Your
today.
1% things.
Yeah, I had to I did laundry,
things.
And I made my own pie crust again to practice for next week, and I had things to do. Oh, and then my kids went to the ortho. Hallelujah, they're doing really well. So, busy day.
Pie. I'm processing that because that's you're not practicing, you're making a pie.
No, but
all you're doing is setting yourself a deadline.
No, but see, here's the thing with pie crust for me is I just started making it a couple years ago, and pie crust is a fickle bitch, so I practice.
Okay, one of my past jobs, you always give me a hard.
Oh my god!
I was a baker for a while, and the one thing I can do pie crust. I can do pie crust really well, but the one thing is just the Pillsbury rollout. That's just as good.
You have some crazy echo going on there, dude.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Is Alexa after you again?
No, she is not.
She's not.
No, I've muted both of them. So
you were a baker.
Yes, I was a baker, but the thing with pie crust is you can get those Pillsbury rollout ones. They're just as good.
So you've been a baker, and what haven't you done?
Bull husbandry.
Been the donkeys and the baking and the bartending and everything else.
Truck driving and
driving and the beer delivery.
The donkeys kind of take things in entirely different directions, so we probably should.
I wouldn't have gotten into the donkeys if her and Mom didn't leave me on the donkey
family business. What are you going to do? The donkey thing. He was good at it. He's good hanging out with the donkeys. People who don't know what the hell we're talking about think we're insane.
I've just heard the stories about Tijuana and the donkeys, so I'm not sure we want to bring this
TMI,
up.
TMI, time out, stop.
Well, that's what they get trained on this farm before they go to big time.
Oh, Lord. There is not enough disclaimers in this world for that story. Sorry.
That's been a 2-year running joke with the show. We got
that's. Has it been that long? Holy hell!
Yeah, pretty close.
2 years.
Aside from our hiatus when we left KLRN before we came back to KLRN, but yeah.
Gosh, I've been hanging out with you on the air for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with me?
And you haven't murdered him yet.
No idea.
Oh my God! But
this was all your idea.
It was. Look how brilliant I am. Oh my God! So, but yeah, so it's been a good day, a full day, and you've organized the show. So after we take a break here shortly, we'll come back and actually be organized for once.
Yeah, we'll do the show thing that we do so well.
The show thing, and like
this is also answering chat. This is where the Bigfoot erotica originated because of a Virginia Senate race or Virginia representative.
He was rep, yeah. What was it? Yeah. Denver Wriggle, Tickle, whatever.
Wiggle Spoon or something. And
the show has donkeys and it has Bigfoot erotica and fish porn. Yeah. Wow, what a great show.
We have an interesting history.
It is not boring. It is not. Yeah, we keep it light. It's not all politics, I guess you could say. Yeah. Although the Bigfoot erotica thing was politics.
But it's become so much more.
No, it's so terrifying that has become a running theme anywhere near this show. But luckily, guys, we're about to take a break. When we come back, there will be no Bigfoot erotica. Or there might be, who knows. But stay put, and we'll be right back.
Beautiful girl, love your dress. High school smiles, oh yes. Beautiful girl, love your dress. Where she is now.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
Girl, love your dress. High school smiles, oh yes. Beautiful girl, love your dress. Where she is now, I can only guess. 'Cause it's gone, daddy gone. Love is gone, it's gone, daddy gone. Love is gone, it's gone, daddy gone.
Is everybody okay? Everybody safe? Did you hear the alarm go off? That was hilarious. Oh my God. Welcome back after the break. Thanks for the input. We're still figuring these break things out. And so Rick got all smart and he's put up like a timer up for us. So we can kind of pay attention and not be caught off guard. And the damn thing makes a noise when it's done. So, it was like, holy shit, what's going to blow up? Run for your lives. But anyway, thanks for the input during the break. We are back here on FOOBAR, One Nation Under Foo. And I'm your host, Samantha Janney, because the other guy doesn't matter. Anyway, Amish, you organized this thing, right? So we're talking about the California wildfires.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was the big news story of the week, and I figure we should give it some due. And, you know.
Well, but, I mean, that's your state, man.
Yeah, it's my state. My state is burning. Fortunately, I'm on the other side of the mountains where, one, we have the break from the crazy, and two, our fires are bad, but not the entire state.
This is like movie biblical proportion. Some of these things we're seeing come across on social media. The feed. I've never seen like a fire tornado in my life. And there was one video of it looks like a fire tornado shoots up in the middle of the street. What is it? 135,000 acres now?
Something like that. I mean, it's two separate fires, and that's what's getting lost in this. People think that this is all one giant fire. You have one giant fire up in Northern California. That's the one that wiped out the town of Paradise.
Yeah.
And that's tragic. 50 people killed. And the tragic thing about that is they think that fire was started by Pacific Gas and Electric sparking power lines. And what's really tragic about that is in 2016, Governor Brown vetoed a bipartisan bill that required power companies to harden their power lines and for the state to spot problem areas like that.
Right.
So that's a bureaucratic failure right there. And that's
California.
Well, yeah, and that's the kind of thing that you can look at. Okay, so money was saved by not doing this, so that way he could provide legal defense for illegal aliens, maybe, or that's.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So how many acres are the two fires burning at this point?
Oh well.
Is it hundreds of thousands of acres?
You're talking square miles now. It's no matter. We're not talking acres anymore. We're talking square miles, and then you have a bunch of other fires popping up right now too.
Jeez.
From that. The shit getting blown up in the air and then landing in a canyon 10 miles away. And
photos of ash clouds, and I don't know if you've seen them, they're oddly beautiful but terrifying. And they look biblical. This looks like stuff you'd see in a movie.
Well, it's like there was one picture of the Southern California fire that was taken from satellite, and everybody remembers the pictures from the International Space Station of when the two towers fell and the huge plume of smoke and dust coming off that. It's hundreds of times larger than that. I mean, like I said, I'm on the other side of the mountains, and 2 days ago, I couldn't see the mountains. It was like I was in LA smog.
That's crazy. And then how many people are known to be dead at this point?
50 at this time, and I think there's a total of maybe 78 missing. That's mostly, that's from the Paradise Fire. You see the stories of heroism and tragedy.
Yeah.
It's like one family didn't get out because the mother needed to put makeup on.
Yeah, I understand there's going to be people who do dumb shit. I get that. What's really been interesting, though, is James Woods, who, if you don't follow him on Twitter and you kind of out there to the extreme right tweets, that's James. He is actually a genius. He has a crazy IQ. But he has been tweeting nonstop about the fire. He's been tweeting about people who are missing. He's been tweeting out things about Walmart porta potties, helping take care of the firefighters, and that's how I'm really seeing it. I don't feel like the media is covering it much from what I'm seeing.
They're using it as a cudgel. They want to beat in this is because of global warming. This is because of Trump wants to cut the Forest Service budget, which whatever. I mean, you can go back to Brown, and 2 years ago he declared the drought over. And cut $50 million in CAL FIRE funding for drought relief, which is where they go out and they remove underbrush and they do spot fires. The old Indian method of better the fire you choose than the fire by chance.
Well, yeah.
That they're just starting to come around to that. Forest Service 100 years ago decided all fires must be out by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And with that, you don't get you get hundreds of years of undergrowth. And that's what we're dealing with right now. It's not climate change. It's bad forestry policy combined with a lack of will.
Yeah. No, and I mean, coming from Wyoming, where there were a lot of controlled burns with all the forest fires, a lot of fires in the area, of course, with Colorado a couple of years ago, somewhat familiar, but this is catastrophic. This is something that what they're saying, we haven't seen a fire like this in California since the 30s.
Yeah, it's been a real tragedy. The one thing about this is the positive thing for me out of this whole thing, and this did my libertarian heart so good. Kanye and Kim hired private firefighters.
Did they really?
To protect their property. So I have been repeatedly assured by every statist on Twitter that such a thing was not possible. There would be no such thing as private firefighters.
Oh yeah,
and yet here we are. People were, well-off people were able to hire their own private firefighters, which is actually good because that frees up. Fire department doesn't have to go there and, fight the fire.
You know what? It's their money. And I'm of that libertarian mind too. It's your money. You spend it how you want. And God bless these privatized firefighters who are probably getting paid a shit ton to protect one area or one piece of property. I don't have a problem with that at all.
You think about it, mercenary firefighters, that's hot.
That is.
Like that.
That's like bounty hunter firefighters.
Yeah. Right.
Not like firefighters aren't hot anyway. I mean,
but when you see stories of like LA Fire having to go and save somebody's Ferraris,
I saw that. We got all the Ferraris out, and poor Alyssa Milano's horses were all saved, and there's a lot of out of touch things about that area. Yeah. Yeah,
and once again, giving James Woods credit too is that he gave the same reverence to Alyssa Milano's tweets of please help my help get my horses out of here that he did to somebody looking for their lost dog, or those llamas. Cornbread's family that was tied up on the beach that were saved from the fires.
Cornbread's family. Oh my God! But how much of it's contained at this point? Any idea?
Very little. Very little. We've had 2 days of Santa Ana winds. I think I saw this morning maybe under 20%. It may be more by now.
Okay.
But we're supposed to get some rain this weekend, so that might help.
Please God, yeah, I saw something about 35% contained. I think that was like yesterday. So with the winds, it may be more than that. So well, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're on the other side, and I appreciate very much the update from our friend in California. Our guys are all in our prayers, and we'll keep you there. We're going to take a short break here shortly, guys. Stay put, and we'll be right back.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
Beep, beep. I was going to say beep, beep. Welcome. We're back from our break. Thanks for staying put. We are here on FOOBAR, One Nation Under Foo. And with me, as always, is Orny Packer. And we were talking about the California wildfires. And you know what? Nothing blew up that time with the break. We did good.
Yeah, no, that one's smooth. It's almost like we know. Yeah. The timer helps, Rick.
The timer's awesome, unless it sounds like the show's going to blow up. And then that's terrifying. But no, we're back. And we're getting our breaks down. And we're being professional and stuff. Yeah. It's very exciting, except for my mic. I know it sounds like crap.
Well, you did order one 3 days after I mentioned. Yeah, once again, some inside baseball. So Foo's been using this really high, classy, matches her Macintosh stuff.
It's
Logitech. I've been using just gamer's stock wireless headset that half the gamers own. So Rick got notification from Mojo 50 that Sam sounded like shit, and I sounded.
They were much nicer. They said I sounded tinny or my mic sounds bad. They were not mean. You shut up.
So anyway, she's going to be getting a gamer headset. And
actually, his exact question was, and he said, "I mean this seriously. Does Sam phone her show in?"
You know what I do. not the way he means.
Not really.
In more ways than one.
But anyway, really I actually didn't expect you to have your headset ordered on time. Big shocker. So I've actually added some bass to your voice on the front end, so you're going to sound less tinny this week.
There's some bass in my voice. Yeah, that's cool. No, but yeah, there's some insight. And again, I totally, I said, hey, what kind do you have? And RB's like, hey, I have this kind. And I said, okay, already great. And then I didn't order it.
And then 3 days later, what kind of headset do you have?
You know what? It is not one of those things that are on the forefront of my mind
No, you're
a one
practicing baking
percenter.
pies
You
for
should have paid
Thanksgiving.
for the overnight shipping.
No, screw that. That's why I'm a 1%er. I don't pay for the overnight shipping. Don't pay for things you don't need to do. That's part of that. Plus, I hurt my knee.
Okay.
I gotta talk about the knee.
No, can we talk about the elections?
You gotta know how I hurt my knee, and then you can talk about the elections.
Okay.
I hurt my knee kneeling on the couch to hang a picture. That is how old I am.
You are old.
Oh my God. I was like, oh, that looks so cool. And it's actually like a zombie attack kit thing. And I was like, oh, it looks so awesome and rad right underneath it. And I felt my whole kneecap slide. It was not good. So that was also on my mind. So that's why I didn't have the mic as well.
It's from an old injury of you slipping on the butter in the theater you were trapped in for 30 years.
Actually, it's because I played softball for 14 years and I was a catcher and I destroyed my knees. But anyway, let's talk about the elections.
Okay. Yeah, we still don't have senators and things from Florida and Georgia. Florida, governors. What are those things?
Those
governors.
People. Yeah. What a fun election it's been for like the last freaking week.
So did you guys hear that they actually have the feds investigating the fact that some of the ballots have apparently been done improperly?
Oh, no, you're kidding. What, is it in Broward County? That's where they're looking? Because, I can't imagine that Brenda Snipes has done anything illegal.
Yeah, apparently.
Because she's so on the up and up.
The Florida Democratic Party apparently sent out ballots that, the provisional, the mail-in ballots that say they have to be received by this date. They sent out ballots that actually had the wrong date on them a day later, and that's part of the reason why everybody's like, but these should be counted. But technically, they were supposed to be in the day before the election, not the day after. So that's why everybody...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
and then you have Democrats. You should count every vote. No, not the illegal ones, assholes. That's not how this works.
Speaking of counting every vote, I just had something come across my feed.
Uh-oh.
This is from Alex Sates-Wald from NBC. Pictures of the Palm Beach County where they're doing the canvassing for the recount there.
Yeah.
They have 18 hours from the deadline. Not a person there. Not a ballot
shocker.
there. Just some security guard that looks like the Maytag repairman in the picture, and that's it.
Well,
the old one, not the new one that has to do
with
Eureka, but the old.
The guy they were saying that there's no way they could make it in time.
So you're saying the general manager from WKRP is hanging out there?
No, before him. No, am I thinking of Mr. Whipple? No, you're right. Yeah, the general. Yeah,
what's
Mr.
his
Carlson.
Name? Mr. Carlson. Yeah, he was. You guys are so old. Oh my God, even I'm not that old. I remember his face, but not his name. But yeah, no. There's apparently you've got Stacey Abrams in Georgia trying to. They started a GoFundMe for her so that she, I guess it costs all this money to recount ballots. I don't know. So she's basically filed a suit. And you've got, what is it, Bill Nelson? I keep wanting to call him Steve Nelson, which got me in trouble at Twitch.
Skeletor.
Skeletor. He wants to, he's trying to get people to count the votes he knows are bad.
He was so mad today too because Rick Scott was up in Washington for his orientation and had a picture taken with Cocaine Mitch. And Nelson is losing his shit over it. So
good.
Yeah.
Well, anybody who has that much friggin' plastic surgery, something's going on. He's not all there. I'm sorry, I felt bad making fun of him. Like I was like, the dude's walking around in a Halloween mask. Thought maybe he had some kind of burn or something I didn't know about. But I can't seem to find any accidents that happened to make him look like that. So I have to assume that shit is on purpose.
Bad skin stretching. Him and Jada Pinkett Smith just
he looks
should
like
not.
Catman or something in his head.
Right, I don't know.
It's creepy shit. I don't get it.
He looks like Red Skull from the original Captain America, but without the budget for special effects.
It's like or him and Skeletor right in the middle there, And I have no problem. You want to have plastic surgery? God bless you. Do plastic surgery, but if you're getting to a point where you look like a damn cat, you have gone too far. He looks bizarre. Plus, he irritates the hell out of me. I think he just needs to say I'm done. But then, of course, everyone's like, Rick Scott's cheating. He should recuse himself. What? No, he's the.
Well,
so
and even
I have
then,
problems with all of this.
The executive branch in the state of Florida, Grouchy on the show. You weren't listening to the show before us. You came late.
Like smarter than I was. Yeah, I was busy doing other stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. They brilliantly went over on how the executive branch in Florida has no say whatsoever in the election.
But cheating, Trump. Oh my God, it's so dumb. Oh, and I saw something fly through my timeline. I don't know if this is true or not, because I see a lot of dumb crap fly through my timeline. Has Trump called for Brenda Snipes to be fired?
Probably.
It's like I couldn't find anything on it, but I saw it fly through my timeline, so I thought I'd ask if you guys knew anything about Trump calling for her to be fired. She should be fired. And actually, Jeb Bush finally also came out. You know, the guy who appointed her has come out and said she should be removed. But he said after the recount.
She said, I think it was this morning too, that she plans on retiring after this election. Yeah, because she has accomplished everything she has wanted to.
She's filthy dirty.
Well, yeah, she accomplished, getting Wasserman Schultz reelected. She accomplished screwing up again a Florida election where the national coverage is swooping down on Broward County like a plague of locusts. And
it's bad. The whole thing is bad. Between that and Georgia, where was it Sherrod Brown or Sherrod? I always want to call him Sherrod. Was basically saying unless Abrams wins, that the fix is in. She's been cheated, and forget that. We know that they were trying to count a bunch of illegal votes, and the signatures aren't matching, and it's bad. And of course, you have Arizona, where the first openly bisexual senator now comes from. That was really funny. I'm sure there's a lot of bisexual senators. Sorry, guys. But he's openly bisexual.
Yeah, and fewer fucks I couldn't give.
Well, but she also hates the state that just elected her. That was
she roasted that state every time she was outside of it.
And they voted for her. I don't get it. Kirsten Sinema is her name, and she was the one who basically said she wouldn't condemn people for wanting to join Taliban. What was it, in 2003?
Yeah, she was a big move on. Yeah. But you know what? Yeah, David Berg did a great piece on it, on why there's nothing shady about that election, on how that is actually a legit election, and the fact that it's a state that kept electing John McCain. It's a state that elected Jeff Flake.
Yeah.
And McSally didn't really run a campaign. She stayed in her little safe circles and only did one debate. And so, NMO won fair and square.
No, and that's fine. I don't have a problem. Arizona just irritates me that Arizona would elect someone who openly hates them. I don't get it. I just, it's like, whatever. She's a horrible human being.
Well, they are a self-loathing state. It's Arizona.
This is true. It's true. But they're the only ones who are smart enough not to do the whole time change thing. So God bless them for that. And then, of course, in Utah, you have
Illinois doesn't either, I think.
Mia Love is hanging in there.
Yeah, I saw that too. She's she may win.
God, I hope so. She's awesome. And I couldn't believe that this is even, what's going on in Utah.
Well, it shouldn't have been close, but I don't want to be this guy that think that Trump has that much of effect in Utah, but because Mia Love didn't support Trump, he didn't support her. Because he is deep down he's a petty man.
He's Trump. Yeah, it's about what's best for Trump, and it always is. And as long as you know that about who he is, it's okay.
If you can praise him, he'll praise you. If you snub him,
he'll snub you
forever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just who he is.
And I hate to think that he has that much of effect in Utah, but I think that was part of it, where because she didn't show Trump the proper respect, Utah kind of went, well, fuck you.
Yeah, you gotta kiss the ring, especially in those states like Utah. It's just, and it is what it is, and that's part of unfortunately what's going on.
Is it weird saying Senator Romney now? Is that weird to you? That's weird to me.
No, because I adore Mitt Romney, and I know I'm going to get things thrown at me in the chat, but I actually worked my ass off for him in 2012. I was heartbroken, when he didn't win, and I've just always really liked Romney. I feel like he's a statesman. I feel like he looks the part, he acts the part, so I'm really glad. I'm really happy for him. I think. But
now that he's a senator, does that mean that Egg McMullen will shut the fuck up?
No, because it's never been about anything real, and it's about how much noise and bullshit can I spew just to make things, I'm so edgy because I hate Trump. Those are the people that are making me insane. I have been a very vocal never-Trumper. I was that way even through the primary and the general. When he won, I said, you know what? He won. He's president. We got to do what we can with what we have. Let's make it work.
Sure.
The people who are crapping on anything Republican and pretending that anything positive is a negative because they cannot accept that he won, they're the ones who drive me crazy. McMuffin makes me insane. It all makes me. People used to really respect Tom and Rick Wilson. Jennifer Rubin I've never liked her. But, the whole point is they can't accept that he won. And I may not like him personally, but he won, and he's not sucking as bad as I thought he would. So come on. We'll move on. Move on.
And, a big thing today was his first step program where he's looking at sentencing reform again.
Good.
And, if he pulls this off, if he undoes the 3-strike rule and legalizes marijuana, he's won 2020. Yeah. There's nothing the left can say about him at that point.
No.
It's like the right to try thing that he passed that nobody talks about.
The SDA.
Cancer drug. Yeah. He
said basically you have no other choice, and you're going to die otherwise. You might as well have a choice to do what you need to do to survive. People need to start giving him credit on those kind of things. I totally agree. Okay. We're going to take, I think this is our last break of the show. And then
this is our last break.
Look at that. And then we'll be right back. So stay put and be good to each other when we're gone. Or something.
It's going someplace and there's no turning back. The highway patrol chopper coming up over the ridge. Man sleeps by a campfire under the bridge.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
And we are back. Thank you for staying with us. You are here with FOOBAR, One Nation Under Foo. And yeah, Amish is still here.
Have you been paying attention to our chat through the break?
No, I tried to ignore the chat because they hate me.
No, right. I figured out what our chat is. It is an unfocused misfit gift challenge.
It's a bunch of lunatics with too many animated gifts. Oh my God. I know. Okay, so our good friends here on Mojo 50, if you ever want to see some of the most insane people in a chat room, come listen to us live on KLRN on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, because we have the wackiest, craziest, and, suckiest chat online.
That would be klrnradio.com.
Oh, look at you being all professional. Isn't that fancy?
/chat.
/chat. It's like you're professional, almost like Jim Acosta. Ooh, segue.
Oh, and burn.
Ouch.
Ooh, I know.
Ouch. You just roasted your co-host, who does all your prep work.
Wasn't that good? Oh my gosh. I'm so good at being mean to you. Life is good. Yeah, Jim Acosta. What a couple days for Jim.
Yeah, well, aside from being kicked out of the White House press pool last week,
after grabbing a chick, well, he didn't grab her, he touched her or pushed her arm away or acted like a complete unhinged.
She hit me first. That's CNN's new go-to
Hello,
thing.
there's Avenatti.
Avenatti appeared on CNN 100 times. Well, CNN and NBC 127 times this summer.
Jeez. Well, they want him to run for president, So Acosta, Democrat, I hate to say it, but you know what? They keep saying how violent and mean the right is. We don't have a lot of people being busted for, hey, she hit me first. We don't see that. But anyway, Acosta, good old Acosta. Lost his White House press privileges.
And now CNN is suing on First and Fifth Amendment grounds. I don't get the First Amendment.
I don't either. It makes no sense.
The Fifth Amendment, I don't see how that applies to due process. It's all dumb.
It's all stupid. And the other thing, with it is Fox News also has come out in support of CNN's lawsuit.
And I think they should. Okay.
Uh-huh.
My take on this is that video journalism for television is not journalism, especially for CNN and Fox News. They're not writing the story. They're in there asking their questions, or in the case of Acosta, being a preening narcissist.
Right.
But, they're not writing a story. They're asking their question, and then a whole editing crew back in Atlanta or New York or Washington is packaging that.
Right.
They're not like real journalists sitting there scratching down, notes and asking questions and then writing up a story about it later. So it makes sense that Fox did. Well, one, CNN stuck up for Fox when Obama did it.
Yeah,
so
But,
that makes sense.
Fox didn't, try to sue Obama.
Well,
so, I get, hey, you stood up for us. We're saying it for you. I get that whole we're in this together. But, all really Jim probably had to do was say, you know what? I lost my cool. I acted like a dipshit. I'm really sorry. It won't happen again. Can I please have my creds back?
You can't. He's not acting.
They would have made him grovel and they would have embarrassed him, but it would have been done. You know what? You're right. And we need to be bigger. We need to say, hey, we probably should have talked to you about what's happening. And the president, he did kind of antagonize you. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to give you your creds back. And let's have a better relationship from here on out. I mean, that's really what needs to happen with all of this is no more bullshit, no more hurt feelings, no more, oh, boo-hoo, he's after me. They need to have a sit down. I screwed up. I'm sorry. Well, I antagonized you. I'm sorry. Let's move on. But no, not going to happen.
All of that is predicated on the fact that there would be adults in the room. There are no adults in the room.
But you know what? I mean, and this is probably from 20 years in communications. Thank you very much. But that, to me, is if there's a problem, you sit down and you talk it out. You figure out what the hell's going on. You come up with some solutions. You move on. You don't sue.
Yes, fighting with chainsaws. Tell me more about conflict resolution.
Shut up. I'm really good at conflict. When I care, I'm good about it. Actually, you know what? Since I'm so good at it, that's why I'm so mean about it, because I know how you're supposed to do it, and I don't do it. But I think that's really what needs to happen. What's going to happen instead is they put together this lawsuit, which is full of mistakes, apparently. And their big thing is they're claiming that they've taken away his First Amendment rights. Now, nobody's stopping Acosta from reporting the news. No one silenced him. No one has done anything of the sort. He can still open his big fat mouth all he wants. He just can't do it at the White House. If you act like a jackass, they're going to keep you out. That is just how it is. You go into McDonald's and you throw a fit and they ban you, that's on you.
And that's CNN's lawsuit is based on them saying we have nobody else qualified to be in the White House press pool. They have 50.
Oh, yeah.
50 people. And it's not like they're a personality. It's not like they're an anchor. They're standing up, asking a question.
Right.
So I don't get CNN's track with this, but whatever.
It's all about how can we be the victim
Rick, do you really want to check your Twitter when we can see your screen?
Isn't that funny? I can totally see him. See in Skype, he uses some more inside lingo. We can see he's got the timer up for us, but we can also see his screens, and we see what he's doing.
I was actually checking to make sure nobody had been adding you guys, since you're probably not checking Twitter. But that's okay. I'll just go back to watching the chat room.
I can't. If I check Twitter, I totally get distracted, and I'm distracted anyway these days, so I can't look. But I think what this really boils down to is the fight that President Trump has been having with CNN for 2 years. And it's who can throw down and be the nastiest and the most dramatic. And instead of dealing with what they've helped create, you know, I'm not going to say Trump is innocent because I know he antagonizes them as well. But it's a lot more fun to be like, hey, look, we told you he's mean to us. He calls us fake news. He's so mean. We're the victims. Boo-hoo. This is what they need. This makes them the story. This takes away the whole, you know, now they're being beaten up. And Fox News even supports them in this lawsuit. So it's all about the drama. And it's for the ratings and the clicks and the taps.
Because they're all preening narcissists.
Yeah, and it's all about how much attention will you pay to me. Please look at me because I'm the story, not what should be. There's so many things they should be reporting on right now. But we're talking about Jim Acosta. We're talking about a reporter suing the White House. Now, did you see Acosta he did a declaration of support? So, like, it's not Acosta suing at CNN, but he did this whole declaration about how his whole life, you know, he's being threatened all the time, and Trump is like he's having mental and emotional issues because of all of this. And,
oh my God!
Oh my God! Well, you know, it's like at the same time.
It wasn't a declaration; it was more of a manifesto.
Well, he called it. It was actually legally called a declaration because I thought at first maybe it was a statement, but it's like he's making a declaration in support of it. So it's some legal. I don't know. I talk on the air and I shit talk for a living. I mean, that's what I do. But apparently you read it, you're like, oh, poor baby. But then, of course, you've got Tucker Carlson who's talking about what's happening in his life, what's being on Fox News. He's being attacked. Avenatti, which is funny, is actually representing a man who called his Tucker Carlson's 19-year-old daughter a C word and a whore. And I'm not going to say the C word. I was like, just can't do it. She's 19. It was at a country club in Virginia, actually, which is really funny. And Michael Avenatti is representing this guy. Well, he was representing this guy, so I don't know. But it's all like one big ball of stupid.
That's just somebody else who's going to end up owing a lot of money because they were represented by Lionel Hutz. I mean, I can't believe it's a law firm.
It's hilarious. And we were talking earlier, and it was like, man, this is Michael Avenatti is a case that Michael Avenatti would take. So who the hell's going to represent him? You know, it's like nobody's going to represent this guy because he's such a schmuck. And then we said, well, maybe he'll represent himself, and it became a whole joke, and it was really funny. But you had to be there, I guess. Right. It was really funny. But between Acosta and Avenatti and CNN, it's good times as usual this past week.
The media is so damn frustrating, just in their whole existence.
It's bad.
I can't figure out. Have none of them read the Code of Ethics for the Society of Professional Journalists?
No. What? Huh? What is that? I have no idea. But no. Yeah,
it's supposed to be really prestigious to be a member of them. All of these people are members of it, and it's like it's like when you rush a frat. I guess. I don't know. It's a frat for journalists.
It's a frat for journos. That's hilarious. That's really funny. But apparently, yeah, if you're going to talk ethics and journalism, that'd be a whole other show because the two don't go together. Not anymore.
Where can people find you, Foo?
Oh my gosh, is it that time already? Okay, so just so you guys are aware, since you're live with us, what we do is we record the first 50 or so minutes, 55 minutes of the show, to be replayed on our friends over at Mojo 50, and then we spend the last 5 minutes of the show just with you guys on KLRN Radio. So we're going to close out from Mojo 50 and wish them a happy Friday. You can find me on Twitter at POLITIBUNNY, that's Pillow Bunny, also on a little site called Twitchy.com. And gosh, Ordy, where can people find you?
Well, thanks for asking, Samantha. People can find me on Twitter as at Ordy Packard, ORDYPACKARD. They can also find me on Minds as Ordy Packard, and they can find me every Wednesday on KLRN right here with you, and on Mojo 50 Friday nights.
And Saturday afternoons. Okay, guys, we're going to be back here shortly with our friends on KLRN Radio. Otherwise, we're going to bid our friends at Mojo 50 adieu, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Down and I am through. All I have to do is close my eyes and think of you. And we're back. Look at that. Look how fancy that is. You go out, you're like, hey, bye guys, we're so awesome. We'll see you next week. And here we're back.
Yes, we are. So we're doing the douchebag this week. The douchebag of the week. And this is for We haven't done this in a long time. We used to do the top 10 douchebags, but it got to be the same people every week, which was exhausting for us.
Well, and to be fair, there's been a top 10 douchebags of the week with Foo Bunny for 5 years. So, yeah, it was old. So it was time to push it away, but now we can do one douchebag every week.
So today I didn't run a poll because I suck at life. So I put it out to our listeners. Hey, send me who you think should be nominated. And we had a very rich crop to pick from this week. I mean, everyone from Sinead O'Connor to Jeff Flake, Eric Sowell, the I'm in My Lane group. But the top vote getters this week, I mean, we had Mark Hamill with 3, and that was for his it's time for men to step aside and let women rule the world.
Oh, but he's not the first one to say that. He's so unoriginal, but whatever, Luke Skywalker.
Boring.
He really is.
We had Ian Millhouse. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Matty Iglesias, who deleted his entire Twitter history this week.
Oh, my God. He's such a dork.
Started out with just 1, but as the afternoon broke, Michael Avenatti, he got up to into the top 3.
Wow.
And here's the shocker. I thought Brenda Snipes was going to win.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was close. It was neck and neck most of the day, but Jim Acosta is our douchebag.
Oh, shocker. And he's never been douchebag of the week. Oh, yes, he has. No big shock there that Jim won. I really thought Brenda would come through, but then, of course, Michael Avenatti made that really late night hit into the race, and I thought maybe, we probably should recount the votes, because we did have...
It wasn't even close. Michael Avenatti got 7 votes. Acosta got 20.
Don't forget, we also had Left Aisle voted for Rick Scott. So we did have some. Some liberal participation today.
Right. We had Trudeau, David Hogg. Oh my God.
Just Shark Thing.
Just Shark Thing. That should have gotten him more votes, but he has become so irrelevant that
it's also it's like, okay, he's an adult, but he's got the mind of like a 12-year-old, so it's really hard to be too mean to him. And even I got tired of dragging him because I felt like, he's got bad puppets who are telling him to say bad shit, and
it's like G covered in his show too. Is that he's just another one that the left has used and kicked aside.
Well, you've got a lot. I mean, what happened to Dr. Ford?
Yeah, same thing. That's what they do.
She keeps having to hire security. Well, I'm sure with her $bazillion you guys raised for her, she's fine.
Yeah.
But she's missing. She's gone. You never hear him talk about her again. Hogg is gone. Cameron Kafke was another Parkland kid. He's actually kind of mellowed out, and he's kind of just right down the center. He's still pretty much about gun control, but he also talks about responsible gun ownership and saving lives. Cameron has actually done pretty well. David Hogg, though, is still batshit crazy.
He's so desperate for attention.
Yeah, I do. I feel sorry for him, and I know I shouldn't, but I do because I'm soft sometimes, I guess. I don't know.
But, congratulations, Jim Acosta. You're the douchebag of the week, and I'm sure it won't be the last time. But
you know what? I think we should disqualify him for like the next month at least, or maybe a couple months, because I think once somebody wins, they should be out for a while.
Yeah.
So we don't have the same dummies over and over again. Because you know what? Jim's going to do something stupid the next week again anyway.
Yeah. That's why if I had thought of it, if I didn't suck at life, I would have ran a poll last night. But who would have known? Avenatti would have been. I mean, he wouldn't have even been in the poll, and then he came in third this week.
Yeah, but you know what? That's Twitter's like that. It's like news changes almost by minute some days on that thing. So you did okay, even if you hadn't sucked at life and you'd done the poll like you were supposed to. You probably would have had to change it anyway.
We need to name the award after the Acosta.
the Acosta Award.
Yeah, the Acosta Award.
Actually,
maybe
that
that's
would
like
be
a
kind of
really
awesome.
bad.
That actually would be kind of cool, though.
Hello.
Sorry.
I can't hear you. Go again. What?
I was just gonna say that would be kind of cool though, because we could like mix together some music and have him talking and be like, "This week's Acosta Award winner is."
But you could do an Acosta Award, but instead of it being a douchebag award, it would be just a really crappy reporter award.
Yeah,
you totally do that.
We can do both. We do what we want.
We do what we want because it's America.
So, Rick, I see you're not feeling good. You're not going to make it to America Off the Rails tonight?
Yeah, no, there's no way my voice is going to hold out. The heat's been out at the day job for 2 days in a row, so I'm over here, like, sucking cough drops like crazy, and I'm still coughing my head off, so it's a good thing I'm muted for most of the show.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know you weren't feeling good. So there will not be an America Off the Rails tonight, but are you going to do a replay?
Actually, since we don't really have the stream up, I haven't really been messing with that. So, guys, just go find the America Off the Rails feed on Spreaker. Listen to whichever one you want, or for that matter, go listen to G Show because his show's better than mine anyway. Or listen to this one again because it's better than.
we're insane.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's a hot mess. Okay, you guys know where you can find us. Should we do that again, or are we good to do?
No, they know where to find us.
Do you think they know where to find us? I hope they know where to find us.
By now, they know where to find us.
Yeah, I mean, they found us here already, so they know where to find us.
I guess they do. And the chat is still sending out bizarre and creepy and hilarious gifts, so I guess it was a success. I like this little 5 minutes with just our KLR and family, because we can be really stupid and nobody cares. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Are we done? Are we about done? Okay. Guys, thanks for being here live with us and for putting up with us learning how to do our breaks. Again, you can find us online at Florida Bunny and Orty Packard and all the good stuff. We'll be back live this week with a special Thanksgiving show, so make sure you're here because we're going to have our friends and family on with us. So we will see you then, and stay out of trouble and all that good stuff.
Cornbread!
Shit, Negro, that's all you had to say.